Share. Post to your profile. Share via email. Report story. AN. This chapter will be from Dragon's perspective. Words in italics from here will be his current thoughts. One instance of cursing at the start. Enjoy. Monkey D. Dragon sat alone in the conference room. He heard some rather strange sounds from down the hall outside. The princess's surprised shriek, the duck's panicked quacking, Sabo's frantic shout, CRAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA pause, and Ivankov saying something unintelligible followed up by, hee haw. Not that he was overly concerned. Dragon had pulled out a photo from within the deep folds of his coat, a photo which none could see but him. And he smiled. A smile devoid of what little warmth he had expressed towards Sabo earlier, instead a look that would send chills through anyone if they were watching. Well, old friend, it looks like all the pieces of this game of ours are finally starting to come together. Sabo, carrying Ace's burning will. The ancient weapons. The princesses, especially that princess. The legacy of Wano. The Yonko. And him, that boy. And all it cost was one of your pawns and my, old man, who it looks like was never yours to begin with. One Yonko down, Big Mom, Blackbeard and your precious organization getting desperate, and all the more dangerous for it and Luffy and his crew who laugh at this world's strength, and getting stronger all the time. What would Ol Rox think if he could see what became of his crew? Of this world? Will that boy finally find Laugh Tale, and the One Piece, if he hasn't already? Will he finally unveil the true history of the world, and throw it into chaos? Will Shanks actually step up and try to stop him? To prevent that very chaos? Or will another, red-haired, rise like the phoenix and surpass them both, bringing about another kind of era? Dragon gave a mirthless chuckle before looking back to the photo. The kingdoms of ancient times will clash again as our forces meet once more at that battlefield. Who will survive to see the end of days for this era? Will it be one of the main players? Or might it just be that girl? What exactly will the boy be willing to sacrifice? Who will he be willing to destroy in order to protect her? And what push or shove will it take before they realize her true power? And when she does, if she does, will it mean salvation for one of us or damnation for us both, in this wretched world? Dragon placed the photo back into the folds of his coat, and got up from the oval table. When that final day comes, whatever happens, I can't wait to see your face again, old friend. So we can finally settle things. He opened the door of the conference room and stepped out, entertaining dreams of the centuries-long blood feud finally coming to an end, whether it be the start of a shining new era, or the world set aflame. He looked on towards the sun shining through the windows of the adjacent corridor, and kept that same chilling smile a moment longer. I was entertaining the idea that maybe those with B in their names and the entity known as I Am were descended from a corrupted bloodline of one of the original kingdoms from the Void Century, and the ancient kingdom they supposedly wiped out, which might have been a special people or even partly divine. I was also thinking that Dragon is secretly the main villain, or one of the big villains, and wants the main players Luffy, Shanks, Blackbeard, Law, and Sabo clashing to destroy the current world order to create a new one, and that Ahime may now be the key to its downfall, or maybe even knows something about Nami that we don't. What do you think? Vote and comment below. Where stories live. Discover now.